hectic installation day typically meant hours of tedious hammer stapling, until the Klein Tools professional stapler transformed my wiring projects. This aluminum workhorse ended the frustration of bent staples and damaged cables that plagued traditional methods. Running Cat6 throughout my home office, the forward pushing mechanism distributed force evenly, eliminating the pinched cables that had previously caused mysterious connectivity issues. The 20 staple magazine capacity meant fewer reloads during large installations, significantly reducing ladder climbs. Compatibility with both 1x4" and 9x32" staples provided flexibility when working with various cable diameters, from delicate fiber optics to bundled network runs. The clothing clip feature proved invaluable when running cable through attic spaces, keeping the tool accessible without pockets or tool belts collecting insulation debris. Sunday morning plumbing emergencies usually meant expensive emergency calls until the SKIL Power Snake rescued my bathroom from disaster. This 20-volt cordless drain savior weighs just 7.54 pounds but delivers professional-grade unclogging power. The 25-foot carbon steel cable reaches deep into shower drains where hair had created stubborn blockages that chemical cleaners couldn't touch. What impressed me most was maneuvering in the cramped cabinet beneath my kitchen sink, spaces where traditional drain snakes require contortionist skills. The automatic feeding system advanced the cable through multiple bends in the pipes without manual forcing or tangling. The speed control feature proved crucial when encountering stubborn obstructions, allowing gentle navigation rather than risking pipe damage. The integrated footrest stabilized the unit perfectly during operation. Constantly rummaging through scattered tools and crawling under houses to retrieve dropped hammers became a frustrating daily ritual until the Ox Pro transformed my workflow. This belt accommodates my 36-inch waist perfectly while distributing weight evenly across my hips, rather than straining my lower back like previous models. The 22 specialized pockets organized my essential tools in logical positions: speed square and tape measure on the right, utility knife and markers on the left. Made from 2 mm thick leather with industrial rivets, it survived 2 years of daily abuse that destroyed 3 previous nylon belts. The reinforced hammer loop maintained its shape despite holding my 22-ounce framing hammer daily. Double stitching at stress points prevented the embarrassing worksite tool spill that plagued cheaper belts. The family road trip nearly ended before it began when I discovered a slow leak in our SUV tire at 5 AM, miles from any open service station. The Milwaukee M18 inflator saved our vacation plans in minutes. Unlike those weak cigarette lighter pumps that overheat after 5 minutes, this portable powerhouse inflated my 33-inch truck tire in under a minute without breaking a sweat. The digital display eliminated guesswork, showing exact pressure readings that match my professional gauge. Setting the autofill feature to 35 psi meant I could connect the hose and walk away to pack while it perfectly inflated each tire. The 95 decibel operation was impressively quiet compared to traditional compressors, allowing early morning inflation without waking neighbors. Back-breaking, log-moving, derailed weekend fire pit plans until the FISKARS XA2 transformed the chore into a manageable task. This clever hook penetrates wood with sharp teeth that grip securely, eliminating the painful finger pinching that plagued traditional methods. During full cleanup, I moved an entire cord of oak without the usual back strain or damaged gloves. The curved steel head maintains grip even on wet logs that typically slip from hand carry. What truly impressed me was how effortlessly it releases after use. No more wrestling to free tools stuck in wood. The hardened steel construction has maintained sharpness through 3 seasons of heavy use. Despite its durability, the lightweight design prevents the hand fatigue that limited working sessions with heavier alternatives. Brick repointing transformed from tedious hand application to precision work when the Quikpoint TURBO joined my restoration toolkit. This robust nozzle gun attached directly to my existing drill, eliminating the expense of specialized mortar equipment. During a recent chimney repair, the adjustable opening dispensed mortar with surgical precision into damaged joints that hand trowels couldn't reach. The metal auger inside consistently fed both pre-mixed and custom mortar blends without the clogging that plagued previous applicators. What genuinely impressed my crew was completing a 3-day pointing job in just 7 hours with more consistent results. The corrosion-resistant construction has withstood aggressive cleaning between jobs without deterioration. For historic restoration or basic brick repair, this tool delivers professional results at a fraction of traditional methods. Curved wall plastering typically required specialized tools until this adjustable marvel changed everything. The Multi-Trowel 16-inch stainless steel blade transforms from flat to various curved positions with simple adjustments, eliminating the need for multiple specialized trowels. During a recent dome ceiling repair, switching between 8-inch and 10-inch convex radiuses allowed seamless transitions between surfaces that would have required 3 separate tools previously. The marine-grade vinyl grip prevented the hand cramping that typically limited working sessions to 30 minutes before breaks. The fiberglass handle maintained rigidity even when applying significant pressure to stubborn plaster. What truly impressed professionals on site was achieving perfectly consistent curves across the entire surface, rather than the visible transitions that typically reveal where tool changes occur. Yard work battles ended when the Worx Aerocart replaced 3 separate tools cluttering my garage. This transforming marvel shifted from wheelbarrow to dolly in seconds, moving 300-pound flower pots that previously required multiple helpers. During spring cleanup, the extended frame transported unwieldy brush piles that constantly fell from traditional carts. The solid wheels eliminated those frustrating mid-project flat tires that plagued pneumatic alternatives. What genuinely changed my landscape maintenance was the balanced design that required significantly less lifting strength, reducing back strain that typically limited working sessions. Converting to barrel mover configuration transported rain collection barrels to winter storage positions that previously required dismantling. For anyone with diverse hauling needs but limited storage space, this versatile transformer deserves serious consideration. What if I told you that creating a professional flower garden takes 0 back pain? The Garden Weasel bulb planter would have saved your knees and your patience. A gardening friend introduced me to this tool after I complained about my tulip planting nightmare, and I was skeptical until I watched it effortlessly punch perfect 6-inch deep holes. The genius is how it retains the soil as you move to the next spot, then neatly backfills the previous hole automatically. Those hours spent kneeling, digging and making a mess? Gone forever. The powder-coated carbon steel construction feels surprisingly light, yet has the durability to outlast your gloves. My neighbors thought I hired a landscaping service. The ultimate compliment for any weekend gardener. Grab yours through our link below. Ever stood freezing at 6 AM, frantically scraping ice while your fingers slowly lose feeling? The Karcher Electric Ice Scraper ends this winter morning torture session for good. I discovered this game changer after a particularly brutal ice storm left me late for work with frostbitten fingers. The 11cm rotating disc with 6 plastic blades spins at 500 RPM, transforming a 15-minute ordeal into a 2-minute task. What impressed me most was the 2500 mAh battery that handles multiple cars on a single charge, perfect for helping that unprepared neighbor who's still using a credit card to scrape their windshield. No cords, no hand cramps, just apply light pressure and watch winter's grip disappear. Your morning routine and fingers will thank you. Concrete anchoring typically brought work to a grinding halt until the Hilti GX gas-powered nailer transformed our commercial renovation timeline. Unlike battery-powered alternatives that die mid-project, this autonomous powerhouse drove nails into reinforced concrete walls that dulled drill bits within minutes. During a recent restaurant build-out, we secured metal framing to brick surfaces in 1/10 the time compared to traditional anchor drilling. The 40-nail magazine eliminated constant reloading, maintaining workflow momentum during critical deadline pushes. What genuinely impressed our crew was driving 1,000 fasteners on a single gas canister, completing an entire day's anchoring without interruption. The built-in gas level indicator prevented those frustrating moments of discovering empty canisters at crucial installation points. At just 8.5 pounds, team members reported significantly less arm fatigue. The weekend car wash turned into a 3-hour ordeal until this tiny attachment revolutionized my detailing routine. The stubby nozzle transforms the Milwaukee M18 fuel blower into a precision drying instrument that cut my time in half. At just 8 inches long, 14.5 inches shorter than the standard nozzle, it slips effortlessly between side mirrors and wheel spokes where water typically hides until you've already pulled away. The concentrated airflow blasts water from door jambs and crevices that towels simply can't reach. After muddy trail rides, this attachment removes dirt from bike components without disassembly. The high-quality PETG plastic construction has survived countless drops on concrete that would have shattered cheaper alternatives. Industrial shelving assembly transformed from two-person struggle to solo operation when the Makita cordless Riveter joined my workshop. The 10 kN pulling force powered through 3x16-inch stainless steel rivets that manual tools couldn't handle without exhausting hand strength. During a recent metal shed construction, the brushless motor maintained consistent performance across 200-plus connections without overheating issues that plagued my previous riveter. The 18 volts, 5 ampere-hours batteries provided enough power for completing entire projects without swapping, eliminating frustrating mid-job interruption. What particularly impressed me was the low vibration design that prevented the hand fatigue that typically forces brakes every 30 minutes, with pneumatic alternatives. The included carrying case organized the tool, batteries, and charging station for transport between job sites without components shifting or damage. After 3 hours of scrubbing my motorcycle's chrome with paste and a rag, my arms were burning and the results were mediocre at best. That's when my riding buddy pulled out the mother's PowerBall and transformed my exhausts in minutes. This spherical polishing miracle attacks tarnish in wheel crevices and complex metal joints where traditional methods fail completely. The 10-inch extension proved invaluable for reaching the rear exhaust pipes without dismantling half the bike. What impressed me most was restoring my grandfather's tarnished vintage trumpet. Instrument repair shops quoted $200 for polishing, but the PowerBall brought back its gleam for under $30 in supplies. For anyone who's ever struggled with oxidized metal, this tool is the difference between frustration and satisfaction. What if I told you that building a perfect deck takes zero measuring? The FastDeck system would have saved your weekend and your sanity. A contractor friend showed me this tool after I complained about my deck disaster, and I was skeptical until I saw it in action. It handles boards between 1.10 to 1.34 inches thick while hiding every fastener from sight. The adjustable width settings fit planks from 3.74 to 5.9 inches, solving that annoying inconsistency problem in lumber dimensions. The built-in spacer options 1/8 or 1/2 inch eliminate measuring errors that plagued DIY decks. My neighbor thought I hired professionals for my weekend project. The ultimate compliment for any home improvement warrior. Weekend landscaping projects became solo operations when the Makita electric wheelbarrow replaced our traditional hand-pushed model. The brushless motor, powered by dual 18-volt batteries, effortlessly transported 290-pound loads of river rock that previously required 2 people. During a recent retaining wall project, this powerhouse moved 3 tons of material without battery swaps, completing in one day what normally took an entire weekend. The 3-wheel design prevented tipping even when navigating the sloped side yard that regularly dumped loads with conventional wheelbarrows. The integrated headlight proved invaluable during early morning concrete pours, illuminating obstacles before accidents occurred. The disc brakes prevented runaway loads when working on inclines, a safety feature worth its weight in gold. The wobbly stepladder nightmare ended when I brought the Werner work platform to my ceiling painting job. Standing 1.67 inches high, this aluminium platform provides rock-solid stability that transformed my confidence working at height. The anti-slip feet prevented those heart-stopping moments when ladders shift unexpectedly, while also protecting my clients' hardwood floors from scratches. The double lock mechanism eliminated the terrifying wobble that plagues cheaper platforms. After 8 hours of overhead painting, my legs and back thanked me for the extra standing room compared to ladder rungs. When finished, it folded to just 3.15 inches thick and slid behind my truck seat, unlike my bulky ladder that requires roof racks. For anyone who's balanced precariously while working overhead, this platform is pure peace of mind. Warp cuts and improvised workstations plagued my carpentry projects until the DEWALT 10-inch table saw transformed my garage workshop. The rack and pinion fence system eliminated those frustrating moments when the fence shifts mid-cut, ruining an expensive piece of oak. Its 15-ampere motor powered through maple hardwood without the burning or bogging down that my previous saw experienced. When building custom shelving, the depth adjustment let me switch from 3 1/8 inch cuts at 90 degree to 2 1/4 inch bevels at 45 degree without complicated reconfiguration. The roller stand proved invaluable when working solo, no more recruiting reluctant family members to catch outfeed. The 2-inch dust collection port connected directly to my shop vac, significantly reducing cleanup time and keeping my workshop air breathable during weekend projects. My neighbor's gas chainsaw woke the entire block at 7 AM on Saturdays until I showed him my Makita cordless saw. This powerful 10-inch tool delivers gas-equivalent cutting without the deafening noise, exhaust fumes, or frustrating pull stars. While clearing storm damage from my backyard, the brushless motor sliced through 8-inch fallen branches with the same authority as my previous gas model. The compact top-handle design allowed one-handed operation when climbing to reach precariously hanging limbs. The variable speed trigger provided crucial control when making precision cuts near garden structures. Most impressive was finishing an entire yard cleanup on a single battery charge. The automatic chain lubrication system eliminated that messy manual process that always seemed to ruin my clothes. Ready for cleaner, quieter yard work? Your neighbors will thank you. Last month's electrical project nearly became a disaster when our crew tried moving a 3-ton cable reel up a slight incline with primitive rollers. The Rollprofi MINILIFT changed everything. This hydraulic jack effortlessly handles reels up to 4 tons and 5.25 feet in diameter with astonishing stability. The all-metal construction took multiple rainstorms without rusting or performance issues. What impressed our foreman most was the centering taper lock system that prevented the dangerous tipping we'd experienced with standard jacks. The ball-bearing rollers made precise positioning possible with minimal effort, even for massive reels. On our latest commercial job, we reduced a 4-person task to a 2-person operation, cutting setup time by 60%. This jack pays for itself after just a few major projects. The weekend bookshelf project nearly derailed when I realized my corded planer couldn't reach the backyard workshop. Ryobi's 18-volt 1+ planer rescued the project with cordless freedom that transformed my workflow. The 11,000 RPM motor handled oak edge trimming with the same authority as my previous corded model while building cabinet face frames. The 11/16-inch cutting width and 0.6-inch depth adjustment delivered professional results without dragging extension cords across the lawn. The dual reversible blades maintained razor-sharp performance through an entire kitchen renovation before needing rotation. What genuinely impressed me was the automatic stand that prevented blade damage when I set it down between cuts. No more damaged blades or workpieces. The included dust bag kept my workspace clean. That intricate model shipbuilding project sat unfinished for months because standard drills were too unwieldy for the delicate work. Then I discovered the BIHUI mini drill, machined from aircraft-grade aluminium that feels like precision jewelry in your hand. Unlike clunky alternatives, it delivers variable speeds up to 700 RPM with surgical control when working on fragile circuits or detailed woodwork. The titanium-coated bits ranging from 0.2 to 0.9 inches handled both the mahogany deck and brass fittings with equal precision. What truly changed my workflow was the shadow-free LED lighting system. No more squinting or awkward desk lamps. The OLED display showing battery status saved me from the frustration of mid-project shutdowns. The camping trip turned potentially dangerous when unexpected storms knocked out power across 3 counties. The Ledlenser ML6 transformed from convenient campsite light to essential survival tool. Its 750 lumen output illuminated our entire site when traditional flashlights barely cut through the darkness. The transparent polymer body survived an accidental drop onto rocks that would have shattered regular flashlights. What truly proved invaluable was the integrated power bank feature, keeping our emergency weather radio and phones charged for 3 days until power returned. The non-glare lens technology prevented the blinding reflection issues that plague standard LED lights. The fluorescent coating made nighttime bathroom trips manageable, glowing visibly from across the campsite. Battery life exceeded expectations, lasting nearly 70 hours on lower settings. Door installation day typically meant fighting with spade bits that wandered off mark and created splintered, unprofessional holes, until the Spyder Stinger Bit transformed my experience. These high-strength steel bits powered through solid oak door frames without the dreaded catch and grab that wrenches wrists unexpectedly. The 1-inch bit carved perfect cylindrical holes for deadbolt installations, while the 1 2-inch created precise passage holes for latch mechanisms. What truly separated these bits from competitors was the self-sharpening tooth tip that maintained position exactly where placed, eliminating the frustrating drift that ruins expensive doors. When transitioning to laminate countertops, these bits cut clean holes without the chipping or delamination issues that typically require extensive touch-up work. They've maintained sharpness through dozens of projects.